What's up, everyone? Theorix6 back playing some Magic the Gathering Arena beta, playing more zombies. Let's look first and foremost at our quests, trash, reroll. Stop with this. This is fine. So, I recorded some games yesterday that went horribly. I think it was 3 games in a row against white-black vampires. It crushed me each time. I went ahead and did some testing with a friend on Cockatrice to see what I want to end up doing. And what I decided is to add... Where's this card? Is that I'm going to be adding Liliana's Masteries. I did testing with the card, and the card is like actually insane. I didn't realize how good the card was. So essentially, I'm just going to be making the deck a little bit more mid-range focused. Okay, a lot more mid-range focused, and taking out like the main aggressive elements. So the end goal is to add another planes, 3 Liliana's Masteries, 2 Cast Outs, and 2 Vona's Hunger. The 2 Vona's Hunger could potentially be Never to Return. If I'm going to be opening Amonkhet packs to get the Liliana's Mastery, so I'll probably end up getting Never to Returns. They're relatively similar. This can have a target creature or planeswalker, and it has value later. This can theoretically help me a lot more against stalemates against vampires and merfolk. But I might end up crafting that, but it's not for a while because I need to be crafting Liliana's Mastery. Adding, did I say all 8? Yes. Adding those 8 cards, I will be removing 2 Festering Mummies, all 3 Khenra Eternals, the 1 Ammit Eternal, and the 2 Radiant Destinies. The Ammit Eternal has been doing well, and I might end up putting it back in if another creature isn't doing very well. Festering Mummy is one of those cards where it affords for a lot of tricks, but it very frequently isn't something that I want to see late game. Like Dread Wanderer, I'm kind of fine having late game because it does keep coming back. Whereas Festering Mummy is great in a few matchups, but awful in a lot others. Khenra Eternal is a fine card, but it's an aggressive card, and I'm going to be raising my curve substantially. My curve substantially. So I'm not really going to want aggressive cards. Radiant Destiny, getting the Vigilance, I think, is fantastic. Having the +1/+1, it is great. But if I'm going to be adding in Liliana's Mastery to get the +1/+1, Liliana's Mastery is giving me 6 power and toughness worth of guys by itself, right? Like, top decking Liliana's Mastery is fantastic. Top decking Radiant Destiny is not, right? So I think I don't want to be playing this card because even if the Vigilance helps, the fact that it doesn't give me anything else, I don't think is worth it. And that's kind of what my testing has told me. Doing this will, of course, raise my 5-drop count to, 8? But I'm fine with that. I'm going to be going back up to 24 lands. So it should theoretically be fine. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and make a Liliana's Mastery, throw it in the deck. I'll keep Ammit Eternal for... I'll get rid of a Radiant Destiny for right now. Although I do need to actually go up to 24 lands, so... let's get rid of a single Khenra Eternal and go and add in another planes. So that should be 60. This is 2.5. That's still relatively low, so that's still fine. I don't really need a Mythic slot for right now, so I'll probably keep that fine. I didn't do any testing with Dominaria yet for the potential future, but I do see, obviously Isolated Chapel is going to go in the deck, and I think it's going to help a decent amount. But then Josu, the Lich guy, seems like it'll be decent, right? Because, if nothing else, it's a 4-mana 4/5 with Menace. So it passes the vanilla test. It helps, again, have like a nice mid-range body. We currently don't have anything at 4, so it kind of fills a slot. You should never pay kicker for that, because that's like, if you're paying like 10 mana, the game has gone incredibly late, and I have no idea how I'm still alive. But I think Josu is a good card. This is a great hand. Going second, I can go turn 1, turn 2 if I have to, and then I have two decent different turn 3s depending on their board. So I think this is a good start. Blue, possibly Merfolk or Control of some sort. This is fantastic. I have a nice turn 2 play. I forgot to put the cast outs in. Oops. Because I do own those. I don't own any Vona's Hunger right now, but I do own cast out. And the reason I went with cast out specifically is because of the fact I can cycle. So this might be the white-blue life gain deck? No. I don't know what you are. Well, Spell Pierce doesn't hit this, so I should be fine playing this. Yeah, but like, I was looking at a few different cards to fit the interaction spot, and I was thinking about Ixalan's Binding, which helps a lot against the 2-mana Lords from Ixalan, but Cast Out hits everything that Ixalan's Binding does. It has Flash, and if I'm in a situation, especially against aggro, where I don't think I can necessarily survive to cast out and like lose that tempo, I'm able to just cycle it to hopefully draw something like Wayward Servant. Okay, so it does look like this is the white-blue life gain deck. And this is fine. I will go ahead and play Ifnir Deadlands here. So I can go in on Lord of the Accursed and pretty easily swing with both. What does this Eternalize? It's 4 mana. So they could Eternalize it next turn. That would cost them a card, and they wouldn't be getting like the major buff, because they wouldn't have Anointed Procession, I believe is the card. Alternatively, I could just attack and bait out the Sunscourge Champion block and Time to Reflect. Honestly, I think that might be better. Since this is Eternalized, they would gain 4, it'd be a 4/4. I'd kind of functionally be getting rid of 2 cards because I assume they're going to cast Anointed Procession next turn. I'd have Festering Mummy out. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go to attacks here. They might be like, they might think it's incredibly suspicious and not block, but they don't. They don't respect the Time to Reflect. Oh! That's interesting. Still Time to Reflect when you can. Yeah, so this gets that out of the way. It means I don't have to deal with as much life gain shenanigans. I don't know why I tap first, but frankly, who cares? Do a little bit of draining here. Depending on what I want to do next turn, I could Lord of the Accursed or Plague Belcher. Going for that guy, sure. That card I care so much less about. Go ahead and play Plains here. And I think I'm just going to go with Lord of the Accursed. I'm going to go ahead and tap this for colorless. And theoretically, I'm still holding up Time to Reflect, so it looked like they were looking in my graveyard. I'll offer this trade, right? Like, I'm getting close to... I'm getting close to having very few cards in hand, so I'll be able to keep cycling through Dread Wanderers. But they do have 2 mana up, and that worries me slightly. I don't know like any of the tricks in this format, and I really should, but I'm gonna attack. My assumption is trade jump. Nope, just takes the damage, which I'm fine with. plays nothing. That does not bode well for him. Because this, if it's a target of... Oh, just spell. Darn. It doesn't have the full illusion thing. A common illusion clause is when it's targeted by a spell or ability sacrifice it. So I can't successfully Ifnir Deadlands it. Oh, I don't have double black to Ifnir Deadlands. Or, technically triple black to Ifnir Deadlands anyway. So the play here is Plague Belcher. Yeah, the play here seems to be Plague Belcher into Menace. Do I want to cast that post-combat, though? No, I'll cast it pre-combat. See if I care. Do something you won't. And it's going relatively well. Spell Swindle, sure, that's fine. They get 3 tokens. They spend 5 mana to do that. I can. Oh, they do have that. Huh. That's unfortunate. That said, I think I still just give the Menace. I will pay 1. And I'll attack with Festering Mummy and Dread Wonder. I don't care. If this gets blocked, I'll kill one of them, probably the Snubhorn. I don't care. If this gets blocked, because I can just bring it back next turn. So. I would like to attack. Oh, they're holding priority. They might not realize it. I'm not a merfolk. Jade treasure. It's all jade treasure? I wonder why. Alright. So I'll go ahead and attack with Dread Wanderer and Festering Mummy. I'm not going to sacrifice my Wayward Servant. I get too much value. If you block, you have to block with both. If you block, you have to block with both. Okay. Nope, I don't want this. Because you could theoretically play Anointed Procession and, yeah, and then get more blockers than I necessarily want. So if I draw a land next turn, I can play the land and then play 2 creatures. Cycles, sure. They're obviously trying to draw into some of their higher end token gas. Or is this not even the token deck? Is this just white blue ascend? Am I special? I guess this is. Well, I mean, I think this is once again relatively easy. Lord of the Accursed into Menace. Ooh. Darn. I don't even necessarily need to Menace here. I mean, I could just attack with Festering Mummy. I don't want to open up for the double block anyway, so I don't think there's necessarily a reason for me to get in there with multiple, so I think I'd just attack with Festering Mummy. And even if he single blocks the Labyrinth Guardian, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine targeting that. So if he does end up top decking, let's see, he has 6, 7 mana. This costs 4, so he can't even. Oh, and combat. Sorry about that. He wouldn't even be able to play Anointed Procession and Embalm. He can just Embalm here. That is fine, because being Embalm, it's only a 2/3 still anyway. So I'm utterly fine with that. I mean, I highly highly doubt it's going to. Yeah. My opponent might have another counterspell, which is fine. I'm able to cast both of these. Well, cast. I will attempt to play Plague Belcher. You could make an argument for playing Dread Wanderer first and putting the counters on Dread Wanderer, but I don't necessarily care. You could argue that since I'm never going to attack with Lord of the Accursed anyway, I should put it on Lord of the Accursed. I'm trying to decide if that's actually what I want to do. I don't actually think that can be punished against white-blue. I think that's actually what I want to do. I think that's the correct decision here. Like, I'm never attacking with Lord of the Accursed. It means my blocking is a little worse, but I think that's fine. And this can't be countered anyway because it's an activated ability. If he somehow played like Trick Bind or Stifle, I'd be like, Judge. And so I have a decent drain here. I don't even have to attack with either of these. Next turn I'll be attacking with a 6/5 that inherently has Menace and a 3/2. I still need one more swamp to... Alright! I still needed one more swamp to Ifnir Deadlands, but whatever. Look at that, I won a game. Cool. Okay. I need to... And for what it's worth, I have all of these decks written down. Or all of these versions written down. So even if it ends up not being terrible, I can easily just revert back to a different version. Goodness me, what was... Oh, there's one version I tried with trials and cartouches. It isn't very good, but man, is it fun to just drop a trial of... why did I do it like that? Trial of Ambition? No. Do I not own any? Oh, it's only an uncommon. Sorry, it's going to bother me if I don't figure out what it is. Trial of Ambition. And then cartouche stuff. And then you just keep bouncing the trials. Oh, it's a ton of fun. It's not very good, though, so I don't recommend it. That said, I need to put in 2 cast outs. I think I only need 2. I apparently only have 1, but luckily it's an uncommon, and I have a bunch of uncommon wildcards. Okay, so I do need to drop 2 things from the deck. I will go ahead and drop 1 Khenra Eternal, and I'll drop a Radiant Destiny. Yeah, okay. Alright. It has only been... You know what? I think I'm going to cut today's video short. We got our win, and I think technically that's enough for now. We can take solace in the fact that I think I'm making the right choices to bring zombies to the forefront until rotation happens, and I can't play zombies anymore. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, thanks all for watching. Leave me a comment discussing questions that you have about the deck, comments that you have about my style, criticism of any form. And until next time, all will be one.